Welcome guys and everyone to this League of Legends video, and in this video I'm playing as a Thresh, and it does appear that we were playing as a 5 primate squad. So my AD carry partner will be this guy who plays as Jhin, and it shall be pretty interesting since we're against Misfortune and Bard. And Bard has a really cool skin. Where is he? There he is with the Snow Day Bard. So, I've been thinking about how I should really record these videos, whether I should make live commentaries or commentate an already recorded video, and I decided to stick to the later one because I think it's much easier to talk about a game which is already recorded. So, as you can see, Bard hasn't moved an inch yet, and well, both teams are starting pretty standard with pretty standard stuff. Amumu is starting at the blue, while we are starting at our blue. So, what I'm looking at is this middle lane matchup against the Katarina and the Malzahar, which should go to the Malzahar's favor. I won't spoil anything because I know the outcome of the match, but I will try to keep it a secret. There's not much to talk about right now, really. We can take a look at the Fog of War. As you can see, we've placed 2 wards and they have placed none, but this is not an LCS game, so the vision will not play as big of a deal in this match. Of course, vision is pretty important, but well, we won't focus on that really. Now back to the Fog of War. I mean, switching of the Fog of War. This bot lane seems to be pretty hard because Bard Misfortune lane can really bully out Jhin Thresh. And as you can see, Katarina is also getting pushed in. By the way, I'm sorry if I'm being a little clumsy with my commentary because it's getting really close to midnight, so I'm pretty tired, but no worries. I think this will be a pretty quick match. Here we managed to make a great trade onto the bottom lane. Misfortune already had to squash a pot while Jhin also had to eat a biscuit. And now Misfortune engages. I managed to flash on her and draw first blood. There's a hook onto the brand or so, but I don't think we will be able to follow up on this kill. Yeah, Bard won't be dead, but well, that's a quick first blood, and we already have a 5,000 gold lead. It appears that Warwick already had to back away, while Amumu is going to get his red buff. On the bottom lane, Jhin has already doubled the CS of Misfortune, and he also has a kill, so as you can see here, he already has quite a gold lead. And Warwick decides to take our red as well, while Amumu is making his first back of the game. In the top lane, things are pretty standard, and Ryze is trying to bully out Jace as much as he can, but it's really not that easy against the Jace. But this mid lane is surprisingly even, considering that Katarina is against the Malzahar, and the CS lead isn't that big. Oh no, Jhin gets aggressed on. He takes the lantern, so he's in safety, and now he will also back away, and I will also back away on this Thresh. But I do not have my flash and exhaust either. I can see that we backed away, but I did not have enough gold to actually buy the Side Stone yet, which is quite unfortunate. but Misfortune only managed to buy a boot, so we will be pretty lucky with that. Mm, let's see, there's not much to talk about here because there's little, um, there's very little action here, which is pretty strange because this is, after all, a normal draft game, and especially in the lower elos, I'm in gold, so that's a pretty low elo. People in here tend to be really aggressive and well, you know how solo queue games go. Oh, Amumu finds Warwick, and I don't think that Warwick can win this trade. He's trying really hard, but he will go down eventually. There's the Q from Amumu, but now Katarina goes on to the Amumu, who has to flash away. I'm coming in as well, but I missed my Q, so I won't be able to do anything there. Amumu is already out of our jungle. Jhin almost got a good snare onto that Misfortune actually, but now the Bard engages and I have to exhaust the Misfortune. There's the Flay and Misfortune has to flash away, while I hook Bard and he also has to flash away, so that's 2 summoners burned on the bot lane. That was a pretty good sound actually, and Katarina goes onto the Malzahar and actually kills him with pretty big ease, which is strange because Malzahar didn't even use his ult, which he could have done, and maybe he could have gotten away, but he didn't do that, so instead he blows his flash and goes down anyway. Now the gold lead is, well, it didn't change that much actually, because of the kill onto Warwick as well from Amumu. But our Katarina and Jhin are the ones who are getting the kills, which is pretty lucky for us. Oh, that was actually pretty close, but close is not enough. This top lane is really passive, and the gold is pretty, the CS is pretty even as well. And I don't know if those 2 top laners will have an impact, but if I have to guess, then Ryze is the one who takes the cake in the late game, so as long as Ryze doesn't die in this top lane, then it's all good for us. Oh, it seems that Misfortune is getting tagged by the flame, and there's the flash from Jhin, and we do manage to kill the Misfortune another time. And now the gold lead is even higher, and it's now more than 1000 gold. Excuse me. It does appear that Malzahar gets his blue, and Katarina will not need a blue because she's Katarina. Oh no, Warwick is caught out between 3 people, he's dead, there's nothing to do here. Alright, I'm engaged onto the board it seems, and that was a pretty bad hook, but Katarina has a lot of damage, so we are able to kill the board as well. Meanwhile, the enemy team is taking the Rift Scuttler, so they are really making use of our jungler being dead and our mid laner being down on bot lane. It does appear they are having a little trouble with the Rift Scuttler, Rift Herald actually, but they will get it eventually. What's strange is that they did not hit the eye of the Herald. Oh my god, that's a flash from Katarina. Amumu just goes down, but now Katarina is in a really bad position, but she will be able to get away because the enemy team does not follow up. And now it's a 1.5k gold lead, so the gold lead is growing gradually, and Katarina already has 3 kills, which is pretty nice because she will snowball very hard. Now the game seems to slow down a bit, but I don't think that this peaceful this peaceful period will last very long, because Warwick is trying to gank on the mid lane, while there's the ultimate on the Katarina. She may go down, no she doesn't go down in the end, and here comes the Warwick, and there's the ultimate onto Mazahar, but Mazahar is able to walk away, at least for now. But there's the Q from Katarina, and Warwick is the one who claims the kill for himself. And he actually, alright, never mind. There's the engage on the Amumu, who is also dead. That was a pretty stupid mistake by the Amumu. I mean, he didn't have flash, so there was really no reason for him to be here. Now in this bottom lane things are pretty even, but in the top lane it seems that Jace is pulling aggro onto the rise and actually may take the kill. There's the shock blast too. And on the bottom lane, Jhin has to take the lantern yet again. But as long as there are lanterns, I guess he is in safe hands. Now this Jace may prove to be a problem because he already has 2 kills and he may be the weak point of our team and the strong point of their team. But we are really pulling ahead in gold, so there's no problem. And if you take a look at Katarina's gold, then you can see that she has 1000 gold more than the Mazahar does, and in the bot lane too. Oh, there's a hook onto the bard, and I take the credit for the kill, unfortunately, and I may go down here because the MMO made a gang, but I'm getting really close to this. And here comes the Mazahar. I try to flash away. There's the hook onto MMO. I do go down, but Amumu goes down too, and now Mazahar follows because Katarina made a pretty good roam, and Misfortune just stayed on lane for no reason and will get ignited and burned down by the Katarina. So that's overall a 3-for-1 trade in favor of us. And the Jace also blows his teleport, so we won't have to be afraid of the teleport ganks either. And this is actually only the first turret, but we will claim the first turret gold, and now we're pulling even more ahead in gold, and now the gold lead has increased to almost, no, more than 5000 gold lead. Yeah, mess on camera, that's the worst thing in the world. But in the top lane that may be interesting actually. There's the flash from Warwick and the ulti as well. There's the hook and the prison, and Jace should not be able to survive this, but there are a lot of Qs missing from the rise, and he eventually has to flash for the kill, but I guess the flash is earned, I mean the kill is earned, so it could have been worse. Now onto the Amumu, there's the Flay and there's the hook. Amumu will definitely go down here. There's the sad mummies, I don't know what the hell, but oh no. There's the Tempered Fate, and it seems that Amumu actually survives. But those are 2 major ultimates blown, so the advantage is still for us. And also the Amumu had to flash away. It seems as if we are taking the second tower as well, so in turrets it's not 2-1. Oh my god, there's a flash from Jhin, but here comes the bard and that's a disengage, so that flash burnt, which could actually hurt Jhin pretty much because Jhin is a really low mobility champion. Jhin really has to be careful. Here comes the Amumu, and Jhin doesn't know it. Jhin pulls the curtain call, and Amumu is still waiting on the wings. This might prove really troublesome. He does manage to take out the Misfortune in the end, and Amumu is on really low HP, but he decides to pull the aggro anyway. If Amumu really decides to engage onto Jhin, then he will go down. But fortunately, on the mid lane by the way, Mazahar is dead again, but fortunately for Amumu, there are no wards there from Jhin. But he really shouldn't be there. Alright, Jhin found Amumu, so Amumu is pretty much dead. That was a terrible W, and he claims the kill, and there's the lantern, so he will survive for another day. Well, now our carries are pretty fed, and Misfortune gets hooked as well, so she goes down in the process. Meanwhile, this Warwick also gets stunned and killed. Warwick is now 2-3-2. He's not having a really good game. But yeah, so there are 12 kills on our two main carries, Katarina and Jean. So losing this game would be pretty bad. I mean, we do have an 8k gold lead, which is pretty hard to come back from if you are the enemy team. As you can see, there are pings going on to the top lane. Amumu is asking for assistance from his team and may actually get it, as Jace is moving towards the top lane as well. Ryze burns down Amumu pretty well, so Amumu has to disengage. There's the Tempered Fate which misses out, and there's the teleport from... Oh no! That was actually a really good stamp from the Amumu, stopping the Ryze ultimate. But now that we spotted that there were 3 people on top, we are trying to take Dragon, but oh my god. So Jin just face tanked the bullet, what's it called, the bullet tie, so he didn't really stand a chance. Now here's our point of view, and here's their point of view, so they do not know that we are actually doing this Cloud Drake, but as I mentioned, it's only a Cloud Drake, so it's not a big deal. Oh, there's a quick flash on the board, but actually I think that was a pretty wise decision, as Warwick had his ultimate up. But now Katarina also comes in and deletes Misfortune as he goes through the portal, and wow, that's a flash ignite. Will bot go down? Yes, he will definitely go down. Katarina claims his ace kill, and now she is legendary. I actually forgot to change back the view on the items, so now here you can see what everyone is buying. As you can see, on the bottom lane, Jin and... oh my god, by the way, on the big screen, Amumu is dead, but that's no big deal. I mean, Amumu is 2-8 and not 2-8, 2-5, and now he has bought a Haunting Guys, so he's pretty much going for really strong AP. Oh no, the 4-man collapsed onto mid lane. This may prove troublesome for them. There's the hook onto Jace, and now Jace really doesn't have anywhere to go. Now we are trying to catch this Mazar as well. He has to flash away, and the curtain call does not really find its target, so Mazar will be able to get away from now, but here I come. There's the hook onto Jin, and there's the snare, and there's the root, and there's the bullet rain, but I flash over and put down the box. Misfortune has to flash away, but there's the follow-up, and oh, meanwhile on the top lane, Amumu is being killed, and is that an ace? No, that's not an ace, because the bard is already alive. But well, yeah, it's now 9,000 gold, so this is pretty much this is really our game to lose, so there's no way they can come back. If they do, then they are not good. We are terrible. Jin should stop getting caught out, because now the chase is actually really strong. Jin flashes away and does catch the shock blast anyway. Actually, I don't think they had vision, so that was a really good prediction from the Jace. This Jace may actually prove to be troublesome, but since he's 5-2, but now we are on to the Mazar yet again. There's a hook to get rid of the... well, that was a pretty lame hook, and I take the kill with a simple auto. But that's the Warwick going on the Misfortune, and Misfortune may go down, but the Shock Blast takes away the kill from Warwick, and Jace is now 6-2. Let's see the goal between the two top lane. Actually, the top lane is pretty even in gold. There's the hook onto Amumu, and Amumu goes down yet again, and he is now 2-7. I mentioned earlier that Warwick is not having a great game. Well, Amumu can pretty much say the same. there's the temper fate under the turret, but I don't think it will actually save it. Let's just go back here. Yes, the turret will definitely go down. Now it's a 5-for-1 in turret. Actually, it's a surrender vault. Is that it? Alright, well, that was quick. Well, I'm sorry that this video actually became really short, but I guess there's no helping it. I didn't really check that it was a 20 minutes surrender, so I hope you guys liked the video. I really don't know how good my English is, because I think it's pretty crappy, considering that it's almost midnight and that my original language is not English. But well, that's just me making up excuses. If you enjoyed the video, then so be it, good for you. And I will come back with another video sometime soon. So goodbye everybody.